Man gets his first letter, let the story commence. Craig moved to America, the United States of America. And he went to one of the hussies. He bought one of the hussies that, you know, that you have to make do with if you don't have a lot of money. You know, one of the poor sort of hussies. You know, the detached ones with a fucking big garden at the front and at the side and at the back. Tons of fucking room. 3 fucking flares to, you know, like ground flare. Sorry, first floor. He's trying to get used to the mechanisms. The ground floor is the first floor. Ground flare, second flare. Sorry, that's the first. No, that's the second. This is first. Ground flare, upstairs, and then a fucking attic. And also a fucking basement. And then under the basement, crawl space or something. I don't know. Fucking tons. Fucking tons. Just tons of room. Tons. All made of wood though. One fucking match. One, like, it all goes up in flames. Nothing's made of brick. Yeah, it's still wood. But anyway, he moved there. You see, yours are actually affecting my accent, by the way, because I say flare instead of floor. And now I say floor. I say floor. I'm starting to say floor naturally, and I don't like it. And other things like horns, I have to say fucking hands instead of horns, because she's constantly saying it, and it does my fucking... Anyway. And he moved in, and one thing he noticed was... there was newspapers on the front. Gardens. No garden, garden. And he said, oh, that's like Paperboy, like the game Paperboy. That's like the day that I heard the day of that chucking stuff. Even to this day. And he noticed he had a neighbour walk out, this is in the morning, walk out the front door and go to that wee metal box thing, and there was a wee red thing up. And then they took the mail out the wee thing, the wee box, and then they put the wee flag thing down. Americans, is that how here? Chris, I bet is that what they do? Walking down the driveway in the front yard to the mailbox, did they put the wee thing down? Right. So, and Craig was like, oh, that's fucking mad, that. See, a few days later, he noticed the wee flag on his mailbox was up. And he was like, what's that? You put the flag down after you've collected your mail, you put it up if you have mail to send. The red flag is for when you want to send something. You don't take it to a post. Anyway, so Craig was like, what's that all about? So, and he asked a neighbour, and they said, oh, he said, where's the post box? And he went, oh, we don't have post boxes here. Only the Americans, so it sounded like this. Oh, we don't have post boxes here. That's not how it works. Well, there are some places you can go, there are post boxes, but not here. Well, this is the United States of America. And we do things our way. Okay, all right. Sorry if I've offended you. So Craig looked, and that's not what happened to the thing. That's not what happened to the flat. Put my fucking finger up my fucking nose there. Nearly took my fucking nostril off. You see that? Did you see that? Nearly took my nostril off. That's it. See that? That scratch. That's how I get these things. I'll just come on the stream one day and I'll be fucking black and blue, black eye, broken nose, and it was me that did it. Try to make myself a cup of tea. But forget about that. This is about Craig. So regarding Craig, Craig went out to his post box, his wee mailbox thing, one morning. Looked inside, there was nothing there. He's like, right. But 3 days later, he got his first letter. He went out, had a look in, opened his wee like that, and there was a letter inside. And he took it to his took it to his, and it was to do with his mortgage details, and it had like money stuff there, details there, and he's like, oh, right, that's good, that's finally came, and he's like, what was this? This is fucking private. This is like bank stuff. What's to stop some cunt just opening this up and taking the fucking letter out? I mean, it's not like it's through my fucking front door. What's that all about? And he asked, he said to a neighbour, see that the post boxes, the mailboxes, you're gonna have to slow down there. Your speech is too fast. This is United States of America. And Craig said, what's to stop people? I just noticed, I've not got people don't have locks, you're just opening them up. What's to stop people looking in my box or looking in your box? Now, you want to watch what you say. Over here, a box can also mean some other genitalia or anal. Some words mean other words over here. Right, well, looking in your box, it could mean the same here as, I mean, back in Scotland as well. You're from Scotland. Yeah. Huh. Right. What's to stop people looking in my mailbox or your mailbox? And well, I don't know what the crime rate is like back in Scotland, but it's not like that here, at least not in this town. All right, okay, bye. And Craig went back into his house, and then Craig thought to himself, he thinks he talked down my country as if it's like crime ridden, which it is, but it's because we're a violent, passionate people, a culture of passion regarding Buckfast and gang warfare. It goes back to clans and things like that. The clans are still fighting. The clans are still fighting. McDonald's, Campbell's. What else? What other clans is there? The McTavishes. The Mackenzies. Goes back to the clans. Unite the clans. Country of our own. So Craig was embarrassed, and he thought, I'll show you. So that night, when it was dark, Craig went out and he robbed. It was what he did was some people had left their mail in the box, in the boxes, but they hadn't collected it the previous day because they were busy or something. And then he thought, actually, he waited for the mail to arrive, the post to be delivered, and then he did another run of going round and opening up all the boxes and stealing all the mail, and then took it back to his house. That's a federal crime, right? He didn't care. Right? Didn't care. So then Craig went out, waited for that old guy, it's an older guy, to go and get his mail. And Craig walked out and acted like he was checking his own mailbox and looked in and he was like, no mail today. What about you? Have you got mail? You're gonna have to slow down with your speech. This is me fucking slowing. This is me slowing down. I'll mind your language. So I see. Understood that then. What is your problem? Well, my problem right now is I think somebody stole my mail. How about you? Well, I don't know. I don't have any mail. It might have been there's no mail delivered. All right. And then a day passed, and another day, and then mail started to come in. But then that guy spoke to Craig one morning saying, you know, Phil, I didn't catch your name. What's your name? Craig. Craig. What did he call Craig? Is it Craig? What did he call Craig's again? Craig? Okay, Craig. Craig. Craig, right? Yep. Craig. It's Craig over here. You're in the United States of America, and you do things our way. We got a constitution. I don't know how things are run over in Scotland, but we have a constitution here, and the constitution clearly states that this is the way we do things over here. The constitution. The constitution on this touchdown on the third right. Craig said, what is it? What are you saying there? Looks like we might have actually been robbed. I spoke to a few of the neighbors at the poker game last night. Poker game, bridge game. And looks like their mail got stolen. And Craig said, that's funny, because I've been waiting for something, and then I phoned them up, and they said, you're going to have to slow down your speech. I telephoned the people who were sending me a letter, and they said they had sent the letter and it should have arrived by now. But it didn't, which leads me to believe I was also robbed of my mail. It was robbed from me, stolen. So, isn't it funny that you were making out that my home country, oh, this is your home country, just forget about that. The old country. That's the less acceptable way to speak about the country you came from. As crime infested as it might be, particularly in Glasgow, which was for a while the murder capital of Europe, not that long ago, it's actually, this place isn't as crime free as you made out. The United States, the Constitution protects our rights, and crime, blue lives, and blue. I don't know what you're saying. You're gonna have to speak. You're gonna have to speak properly. So it turns out there is a lot of crime here in this area. Is that right? You know, you're a real wise ass. Well, there you go. In fact, it makes me suspect that maybe it was you who stole the mail. We didn't have any mail problem, thief problem, until you turned up. Okay, that's libel. That's slander. We don't have slander laws here. We're freedom of speech. Bozo. And Craig went like that. Go back into your wee housemate for a fucking stab you to death. You're going to have to slow down. I tell you what, I will fucking slow down. And Craig went back into his house and took out a big bag of mail like he was fucking Santa. Big sack of letters. I went, here's your fucking mail. Here it is here. It was me that done it. And he tipped it all out right in front of the old guy and set it alight. You can't set a light. I was waiting for a letter from my strange wife, Mary Lou, and the kids. And he started like stamping on the letters, trying to put them out. And Craig went like, here, you want me to go slower? Here. And Craig pulled out a knife, rammed it into the old guy's throat, and started cutting his head off. And instead of doing it fast, he did it slow like that. Because the guy, you said, and he was like pure like fighting it. But Craig was stronger because he was younger. This guy was older and he was frail. And Craig took his head off. And then some neighbours came out and went, oh my God, he cut off his head. And Craig went like, here. And did we run around the spot thing? Hut! 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 And threw it. And the Americans instinctively like ran for the ball and grabbed it, and then they ran, and other neighbours were like trying to jump and try to stop the person. And then there was a line on the road where, you know, a junction, you know, kind of the line on the road where the next road connected, and they jumped out the line and hit it on the ground. And everybody went like, and there's a touchdown on the third quarter here on the 5 line. Charles, you got to point about this. This got to be the first time in the last 3 years we've seen us. It's great to see people back in the stadiums here after lockdown, and it's good to lockdown and touchdown. I've been waiting to say that for 3 years. But because they crossed that line, that's actually when motors were going by. A bus went by, one of the yellow school buses. That hit into the person who grabbed the head. They got killed. The head got crushed. School bus went flying. Everybody survived though, because they're just wings, so they didn't get hurt. But the bus driver got decapitated. The end. And you know what the sad thing is? That's actually a true story. The sad thing is that's actually a true story. How do I know? See, the bus driver that got decapitated, that was my great-great-great-granda. This story, it actually happened 50 years ago. 80 years ago, sorry. Great, 200 years ago.